Martin Freeman has opened up about his decision to eat meat again after having been a vegetarian for decades. The actor, 52, who is known for his roles in shows like The Office and Sherlock, discussed the decision on the latest episode of the podcast Dish. Martin spoke about his diet with hosts Nick Grimshaw, 39, and Angela Hartnett, 55. He shared, "I've come off being a vegetarian. I started being a vegetarian in January 1986. Asked for the motivation for becoming a vegetarian, he said, I was never comfortable with the idea of eating animals." The guest continued by telling the podcast hosts that he had veggie stuff prior to changing his diet more recently. He said, "I always had veggie sort of replacements and stuff. I think in the last several months. It's really new going back to being an omnivore, and just sort of eating what I like." Martin went on to share his reservation over potentially having continued to be vegetarian, whilst stating that he likes meat substitutes. He said during the discussion, "It's a funny one, because I like meat replacement things, but my reservation about them is that they can be very, very processed, and I'm trying to eat less processed food." Sharing a suggestion, Chef Angela said, "Maybe you sort of do. I suppose you probably maybe do what I do, rather than eat meat every day, maybe once or twice every 2 weeks." She added on the podcast, "But just buy the best you can afford, ethical, properly looked after, reared, rather than just buying processed and factory produce." The episode also featured screenwriter Tony Schumacher, 56, who worked with Martin on the BBC police drama The Responder, which returns for its second season later this week. Tony and Martin were invited to have bolognese with Angela and presenter Nick whilst appearing on the podcast. Tony teased that Martin had been looking forward to the meal, saying he had never seen a man get so excited about spaghetti bolognese. Martin shared that it was his first proper bolognese in almost 4 decades and said that he hadn't had a really good one since going vegetarian. Martin commented, "You're capable of doing fancy things, and I thought, well, this isn't fancy, it's good, solid, honest, a sort of staple but well done." He then added, "And I think I've not had that good, honest staple for effing decades." He continued, "Scotch egg was one of the things I've now had. I thought him aloud. 'Cause again, it's a free country, I can do what I like. And also, do you know the other thing? A pork pie with the jelly and all the tess. A bit of mustard on a pork pie, oh man." He added, "It's food of the gods." Follow Mirror Celebs on TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube and Threads.